So let's say you're in a fat loss phase and you can't seem to get that last few pounds off. Like you've lost 10, 15, 20 pounds even, but those last few pounds of body fat will just not come off no matter what you do. Well, here's what you don't need. You don't need a new workout plan. You don't need some new cardio regimen. You don't need to do a de-bloating or a detox. What you need is this. It's actually a sneaky little habit that most men don't recognize. And I see this pretty often with my clients where they're staying perfectly on track, training hard in their workouts, tracking all their food, but still the weight is not coming down. They've done very well going from 25, 26% body fat down to 18, 19, 17% body fat, but we can't get further than that. So today I'm going to call it that number one mistake that's holding on fat loss after you've already lost a significant amount of fat. So I'm coaching this client, his name is G, and we started January 1st of 2025. So we've been working together for a while now, and he was doing great. He's a busy corporate guy, has a super tight schedule, but in the first 3 months, he lost over 25 pounds, which is great and incredible. But months 4 and 5 started to approach, and a new problem arose. And for a while, we were both confused because he was putting in a lot of effort, and I was like, what's going on here? But then we zoomed in and looked closer. Think about it like this. Fat loss is like a Lego set. You know those Lego sets of like the Lamborghinis or the cars and all that? It's like that. But say that you open the set and three of those cog pieces or whatever, fell underneath the couch and you can't find them. You don't even know they're there. And you start to build and you get to that one part and you're like, well, I already have like more than half the thing built. Where is this piece? It's so frustrating. The analogy for this in fitness is eating that healthy granola bar that you found, or substituting one day going to Starbucks and estimating the calories of the sandwich you ate, skipping your cardio, or not doing as high as a level because, oh, you're tired, or, oh, only doing 10 minutes instead of 15 minutes. It's things like that that become the missing Lego pieces. And that's what ultimately makes the set not look like what it looks like on the front of the box. When I went through my own transformation of going from, skinny fat, looking skinny on the outside, but I really had a belly, didn't have a really good physique whatsoever, to actually having a six-pack for the first time in my life, getting decently shredded, having some veins. The whole thing about this is the hardest truth to accept was like, I felt like I was super dialed in because my habits were way better than when I started. I was no longer binge eating. I was going to the gym for the first time in a while. I was doing cardio. I was staying consistent, but I was like, I'm not working to the hardest level of degree I know that I could be. Just because I looked on the outside to someone like I was working hard didn't mean I necessarily had results. Because I found out you can make it look like you're working hard so much. You can post on your Snapchat, Instagram story or whatever and say, oh, look at what I'm eating. Oh, look, I'm in the gym. Look, I'm doing this. Everyone's thinking, wow, G's working so hard. But I wasn't making any big changes anymore. And it was because the actual work I was putting into it was subpar. Now, I'll tell you what to do about that next. But going back to Gerardo, we had 15 minutes of incline walking almost every day, 5 days a week. We also cut back on what he was eating at work, less of the junk stuff, more meal prep stuff from home that we can guarantee the amount of calories are accurate. He lost even more weight, and now he feels even more confident without his shirt on. Like you told me before, he's like, normally he would have a shirt or a tank top when hanging out at the pool, but took it off this time. Walks around the house with his shirt off, when before that would be something he never would have done. So here's the first step I want you to take. I want you to do what I call a self-audit. So kind of reflecting on yourself, seeing what problems am I having. So if you're not already, download a calorie tracker app. It could be MyFitnessPal. It could be an app called Macros Tracker. Chronometer is another free one. Just get a free calorie tracker app and track every single thing you eat for 3 days. And I'm talking in depth, like super in depth. Like buy a food scale if you don't already have one. Every single time you drink something, if you have like some tea that has sugar in it, or you drink a little bit of Diet Pop, or your coffee has a little bit of syrup in it, count every single one of those calories. Now this is only for 3 days. But every time you try something, oh, my sister's making some cookies or a cake. Oh, let me try some of the frosting here and there. Add all of that stuff up and see, was it what you expected or were you completely off? Because the cool thing is, this completely varies by person. You will see your lifestyle only in those 3 days. But now imagine that times 10, and that's what you're doing every single month to yourself. And don't try to be extra corrective and super strict and rigid. Just track what you're currently eating right now, and I guarantee you it'll be eye-opening. And if you're thinking right now, well, shouldn't I just eat cleaner? Do not fall for that trap, but I'll answer that in another video coming up next week. So if this topic hits home for you, you feel like you've lost a good amount of body fat, but you're just not quite there yet, I'll leave a link in the description where you can apply to work one-on-one with me, and I will coach you to your greatest physique, help you get over this plateau. Click the link down there, and I'll be talking to you soon. Watch this video in the meantime. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.